Here's our forward-looking statements, but we are going to move forward. I just want to highlight the company. We are a carbon emission reduction technology. We have international growth. We are a public company. We trade on the Toronto Stock Exchange. We also trade on the US Exchange and on 7 platforms within Europe. We have a very diversification within the trucking, mining, and oil and gas. We have several patents. We now have over 24 patents with our technologies. We have within that, we have the carbon credit measurement, which we will talk more about. We have very high barriers to the entry. We certainly dominate the competitor advantage. The reality is we have a product that shows less than a 1-year payback to the trucking industry, which was our first entry to market. We have very, very strong margins also within our company. So our patented technology, dynaCERT, we've developed and commercialized, patented. It's an electrolyzer, or what it is, it's actually units that were designed to go on an internal combustion engine. What we do is we produce hydrogen and oxygen on demand. This is a measured amount of hydrogen and oxygen. This is fully computerized, where we deliver the H2 and O2 to the air intake of a combustion engine to enhance the burn. We're not a fuel, we are a catalyst, but by doing this, we increase the power, we increase better torque, we reduce the fuel consumption, and most importantly, we reduce the CO2, CO, and NOx very significantly. Like I said, this is an on-demand. There is never storage of hydrogen. There is no high pressure. It is very safe. We've gone to great extremes to have all the safety measures put in place. It takes a very low amount of power from the engine's battery or the engine's alternator to run the electrolyzer, to develop to produce the hydrogen and oxygen. It's important to understand we are not a brown gas. We actually produce pure hydrogen and pure oxygen. And with the combination of those is what really gets significant savings. We are currently on trucks. Our entry to market was Class 8 trucks or transport trucks. I got to say it was probably the toughest entry to market, but we have now got several companies using our products. We are also in the mining. We're in generators, large generators, reefers or refrigerated containers, and construction equipment. We reduce the particulate matter, which is the black smoke. We also, the diesel exhaust fluid, or the DEF, we reduce the usage of that north of 30%, on an average 30 to 40%, because of the cleaner burn. In 2023, we believe this is a very timely investment opportunity, certainly with the oil prices soaring, and makes our hydrogen technology very compelling to the end users. Certainly the global economy is learning how to regenerate the impact of the COVID slowdown, and with the global supply chain is now improved very significantly worldwide. This just shows you a brief overview of the emission benefits. First of all, I want to make this very clear. I mean, this is a technology we have spent 20 years and close to $100 million having perfected, having commercialized, having marketed globally, but more importantly, having it tested and certified by third-party independent companies, both by the PIT Group here in Canada, by Continental Emitech in Germany, and performance testing from the UOIT in Toronto, also through TÜV North and TÜV South in India, or TÜV North and TÜV South in Germany, TÜV in the Middle East, and ICAT in India. This product it's now proven to reduce the NOx for the nitrogen gases, which is the most deadly gas produced by a diesel engine. And it's interesting, the EPA has just really started talking about this in the last 6 months, how they've got to find a way to reduce the NOx by up to 80%, they say, within the next 10 years. We have a technology that reduces the NOx by up to 88% right at the source, right at the combustion now. This is a product that is available now. It is commercialized. It is being marketed globally. We also reduce the CO2 6 to 19%, the reduction of the carbon monoxide up to 47%, the THC or the hydrocarbons up to 57%, and the particulate matter or the black smoke up to 55%. The economic benefits of our technology is, the improved fuel economy on an average 6 to 19%. We always tell people, an average 10 to 15% is where it's typically coming in. I know there is companies out there that say that they reduce the fuel consumptions as high as 30%. I can honestly say that our technology, if you look at the charts and you follow this thing where our unit is fully computerized and measures this thing second by second, minute by minute, there is times where we actually peak 30%, and there's times where we, drop down to 2%. On an average, 10 to 15% is unbelievable. It is true. It is what we clearly show, and we reduce the DEF again, like the diesel exhaust fluid, up to 51%. The DPF filters, or the big filters that gather the particulate matter, will increase the life of that by 33%. The estimated reduction of oil changes is reduced by 25%. It's interesting, we had a company actually run 2 trucks parallel, same type trucks, the same fleet, or the same usage every day, came back for a typical oil change. The truck without our unit on came back at 8% soot content. It's the soot that starts breaking down the oil, which starts wearing out the engine. With the hydrogen unit on it, it came back less than 1% soot content at the same interval, where that clearly shows, the cleaner burn, but it's the much less soot that's getting down through the engine into the oil, which starts breaking down the engine. Again, like I was talking about, we have independent validations. And there's reports that we show on our website. This is not something that we're hiding. This is something we're very, very proud of. The PIC group in Canada, that is considered the gold standards here in North America within the trucking industry. Again, Continental and Emitech, ICAT in India, independent testimonials globally, Fifth North and Fifth South in Europe for where we got the homologation for our product in Europe. And now with the user audit, or the Hydrolytica, and this is the one other thing that we have, it's fully computerized, but we have what's called the Hydrolytica, which is trademarked and patented, that is owned and designed by dynaCERT. This does multiple things. It's like a fleet management system on steroids. It does everything a fleet management system does, but it also clearly shows the improved fuel economy and the reduction in emissions second by second, minute by minute. We're actually just in the process of creating a live ticker on our website. This is something I'm very excited once we can launch this, where it's going to show in real time, and it's just going to keep changing and rotating, where it's showing the reduction in greenhouse gases globally, which is done by our product. Our product line, originally we had designed the HD1. Like I said, that was designed for the Class 8 truck. You certainly look at the development of this over the last 10 years. The product today is something I am so proud of. It's something, you open it up, it's like a fine-tuned car. It is very sophisticated. It is fully computerized, but it is totally self-contained, where it produces the hydrogen, like I said, on demand, mounts to the back of a truck, where you'll see some pictures later. Then the HD2 series, which we developed for the smaller diesel engines. Originally, we were asked to develop this for the refrigerated containers because they run diesel engines 24/7. We've now got them on multiple companies and trucks around the world, sort of the middle-sized trucks, the delivery trucks. Then we went to the HG4Cs and HG6Cs. Now, these are bigger units. These were designed originally for the mining industry. We've got multiple units like this in the big earth-moving equipment within the mines. They are seeing great results on this. It is also where it is used on large power generators. We've got them in the oil fields, they power generators, which power the drilling rigs. We've got them on the big earth moving equipment within the mines. We've got them in Boise Bay, where they're powering their mining operation with big diesel generators. We've actually got 4 of the 6 Cs powering their diesel generators. And so this just gives you a highlight of our HD1 series. This was designed for the 10 to 15 liter engine. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this because I want to be able to get through all this. This is just showing you, here's our unit on a Class 8 truck. Again, here is just recently. So these are trucks within Mexico. This was just completed a week ago. You know, these were units on a very large company within Mexico that is a global company where they actually run bigger loads, heavier loads. So instead of the one HG1, they actually chose to go with two HG2s. So with them running in a parallel, it could even produce more gas. On the right-hand side, you'll see two of our HG1s. This is actually in the oil fields. This is powering a large power generator, which is powering the drilling rigs. Again, in construction equipment, you can see our unit here on a dump truck, our unit here on the back of a bulldozer. Now the one on the back of the bulldozer, it has a special application where that thing pivots in every which direction. So as a dozer is moving up and down and that, it keeps our unit parallel. Again, there's some additional pictures of our units within the transportation industry. Here's a slide which was just recently given to us by H2 Tech. H2 Tech is our dealer that is working globally within the mining industry. They have done an outstanding job introducing our technology to the mining industry, where we are now seeing repeat orders. This is certainly a very exciting side for us, but here is where they have ran trials in last year, which have now came to repeat orders within transportation trucks. This was in the mining industry. Like I said, again, the big Cat 797 showing 13.4% fuel improvement. The big Komatsu showing 11.8. You know, the Cat 793 showing 11%. We had this thing tested on a dynamometer when we had this thing third-party tested in Europe. This was on a brand new MAN truck. They ran tests for months. They ran it on a dyno. They actually went through the test 4 times because they said the first time there was something wrong. They couldn't believe it. They literally had to test it 4 times before we got to homologation testing, where it showed 8.9% improvement on the fuel economy. Now, this is on a truck, on a dyno running at its optimum performance, and then seeing above and beyond that an additional 8.9%. So again, this is our HG2 series. This is the smaller units that were designed for transportation, passenger transports, smaller power generators, construction, agricultural. Here is our units powering large power generation. Again, you can see on the left here, that is one of our 4C units powering large power generation. And then on the right-hand side, there is our unit sitting just to the left of it, powering large containerized generators. This is our 4C. This is, like I said, this is one of the larger units. This is suitable for a 40 to 60 liter diesel engine. Reduces fuel consumption up to 10%. Actually, it is higher than that. We love to under-promise and over-deliver, as you could just see in the previous slides. Again, our 6Cs, this was for the larger units, the 60 to 90 liter diesel engines. Like I said, we now have applications where this is now powering massive generators, where there is actually 4 of these units in parallel to run those units. Here shows a perfect application. You know, these are the big earth moving trucks. You can see the yellow box up on top of there. That is our 6C. So it's a very large unit, size of a small deep freeze, although on the truck it is very small. Here's our target markets. You know, in the industries that we currently serve, we are currently on buses, refrigerated trailers, small trucks, Class 8 trucks, power generators, farming or agricultural equipment, construction equipment, mining equipment. We are exploring smaller units for passenger vehicles. This is planned. We actually now have pilot projects going within the small marine vessels and within locomotives, which we announced not long ago. This is actually happening within Europe. Again, this just shows a few pictures of the diversification of the applications of our units, everything from trucks to underground mining equipment to power generation to heavy equipment. As far as the value proposition to the end user, this shows you a very good synopsis, where an average truck here in North America travels 161,000 kilometers. If we calculate it just at 8% savings, it shows a payback in less than 1 year, very significant payback. And this is just based on the fuel savings. There are so many additional things where it is calculated or where it is offering savings. Just 2 weeks ago, I was in Edmonton, Alberta, meeting with our dealers there that are supplying the mining company or the oil and gas companies. And they said, Jim, we talk about the fuel savings. It's great. We talk about the emission reductions. We need that. It's very important for our ESG and everything like that. But they said the reduced downtime and the reduced maintenance on our equipment, your unit more than pays for itself. They said just with the reduction in the regeneration, the reduction in the use of the DEF and the particulate fuel and all these added benefits, they said your unit more than pays for itself just on that. We look at the market size. Currently there's over 1 billion internal combustion engines working worldwide. I strongly believe this is not going anywhere fast. I know the world is changing. I know that there is opportunities changing, and we're going to talk a little bit about the future of dynaCERT and how we are certainly staying ahead of that curve. But I strongly believe that our current technology is a huge bridge to the future or to the hydrogen economy. We've currently got 48 qualified dealers working globally. We are now in 55 countries of the world. We have offices in Germany servicing the European market. We are in talks currently in 2 other major countries to set up future assembly plants there to keep accommodating it. I was talking about the Hydrolytica. This just gives you a quick view of the Hydrolytica. This is available both, to the end user and to their management, where they can download it in their office. They can download it. The drivers can download it on their cell phone, where it shows all the fuel savings, everything like that. It also shows when it is running low on water, just like a fuel tank. The unit requires distilled water. That's the only thing that this thing requires. There is no other maintenance, nothing else involved with our unit other than maintaining the water. It tells them when they're running low. It tells them when they should fill the tank. We have fully automated filling applications now, where they just plug a tank into it. It fills the tank. It also is got all these safety features built into it. If the unit ran out of water, the truck or the engine just reverts back to its automatic or standard operating system, where it is not affected by our unit. The only thing is they lose all the benefits. Business model, we've spent over $90 million in expenditures to develop and design a product, to commercialize it, to set up marketing around the world. We've spent over 18 years in research and development, perfecting this product and having it fully commercialized. dynaCERT has an assembly plant here in Toronto. Over the last 2 years, it was upgraded to with the assembly facility, where it is now a semi-automated assembly plant, where where we have a production capability of producing 7,000 units a month here in Toronto. Like I said, we are currently in talks of setting up 2 other ones globally, but we're not there yet. But we look at the cost production. Our cost of production is 50% of our wholesale price. So the margins on on our product are very strong, very healthy, but yet our product to the end user, we are very affordable. It is, and the return on investment is huge. Products are sold globally through dealers and agent networks. In Europe, we've got dynaCERT GmbH, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of dynaCERT. dynaCERT network ensures local sales, marketing, and service. which reduces the sales and marketing overhead here at the company. We have multiple target markets using dealers in the dealer network strategy. We have multiple product versions with the adaptation to client requirements and continuous R&D. We're always looking to maintain the market and continue to work with our customers and to meet our customers' needs. Here's a very good comparable on it. You know, I remember when these trailer skirts were first launched. I was at Kentucky, which was North America's largest trucking show, where they first launched these skirts. And it was interesting to walk around. People said there is no way we will ever put these things on our trailers. Today, you're hard pressed to find a trailer in North America without them. They give up to 1% improved fuel economy. Average cost is $3,000. So you look at the hydrogen technology, our average cost to the end user for a Class 8 truck is just under $10,000 US, or I'm sorry, Canadian. If we look at a 10% fuel savings, you know, the cost of our unit is only 1% of the, you know, in comparison to the other. So our comparison, you know, we are certainly, you know, a 3 times better proposition than trailer skirts. We believe that we are just now seeing this where we are going to tip the scales where, you know, once this adoption starts happening and starts rolling out, you know, it is, they all tend to follow. Verra, we have been working for over 2 years with Verra for the carbon credits. I know this is something that is I'm asked about every day, and believe me, we have been pushing like as hard as possible to get this thing done quickly. Verra has already approved our methodology. Verra's program is the world leading voluntary market for certification of greenhouse gas emissions. dynaCERT obtained Verra's methodology approval in 2021. We are literally just waiting. Then you go through an audit process, and then you get the verified carbon credits. Our carbon credits have been told to us by both Verra and their independent auditors that dynaCERT's carbon credits will be deemed as a premium carbon credit. And he said because it is 100% data driven and it is 100% based on true emissions of an internal combustion engine. I just wanted, so I reached out yesterday because I've been pushing to get this thing done. And just yesterday, I got an answer back from the auditors and consultants, which I quote, Jim, I can assure you all amendments have been done and completed, and we should have the resolution to the methodology approval within weeks of Verra. So I say that very cautiously. You know, Verra is the one that gives us that stamp of approval. I believe we are so close. I had pushed to make sure that we have this before this presentation, but we are just on the cusp of that. We look at this, sorry. We have very strong shareholders, family offices. We've got over 13% of the company, 6,000 retail shareholders hold 42%, management and insiders hold 31%, institutions 5%. Eric Sprott. Eric Sprott is a very, very well-known name here in Canada. Eric Sprott holds just over 8%. He is a strong believer in the company and of the future of carbon credits. And that's why Eric has and maintains his investment. We've got a high barriers to entry, worldwide patents. Like I said, we've got over 24 patents currently, technology advantage, lead time advantage, regulatory advantage. I'm trying to move through this thing very quickly because significant progress over the last 2 years. You know, the redesign of the electrolyzer. We've worked with our clients to make sure that everything they needed, specifically in the bigger fields in the mining industry, that they've got everything that they needed, and we have completed that. They are very happy. They have, like I said, we are now seeing repeat sales. But here's what I want to talk about also. I want to talk about dynaCERT. This is just a clear understanding of my belief of this company. I've always believed in dynaCERT, but I've always been a strong believer in the hydrogen economy. We have just recently entered into a collaboration agreement with a private company, Neutron. We have worked very closely with them to develop the AEM technology. The AEM technology is the green hydrogen. And right now there's two major companies in the world that has this. It is dynaCERT with Neutron, and then it is another company in Germany. We are very, very proud of this. Matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, we unveiled the largest AEM electrolyzer in the world. We were at the Canadian Hydrogen Conference in Edmonton. We unveiled a 10 kilowatt unit. We are currently developing a 50 kilowatt unit. We are working with universities and the Canadian government to develop a 250 kilowatt unit over the next year and a half. The other thing that we have with Neutron is a reversible fuel cell technology. They've got the first patent for this. It is a very unique product that is something we're very excited about. I believe, like I said, dynaCERT, our current technology is a bridge to the hydrogen economy. I still believe it's a very large bridge, but while we cross that bridge, we are working very diligently to make sure that we are well positioned for the future of this company and the longevity of this company for the company, but also for all our shareholders. And I know we're running out of time quickly here. This is the Neutron. You know, it's a very efficient way to produce green hydrogen, uses no precious metals. This is one of the very things, that's why it is deemed green hydrogen. It is the only way to produce green hydrogen. It is the only electrolyzer in the world that is not using precious metals. It is the first North American company to launch the AEM electrolyzer, backed by over 22 years of research and development. The AEM, you know, certainly shows high efficiency, high amp. You know, it's just going through the different benefits of it. Again, this is the future of them, you know, with the reverse fuel cell technology. I'd love to be able to spend more time. I know we're running out of time quickly. I just also wanted to say, you know, this is something that I've been asked for my honest opinion and views of the future of dynaCERT. I was asked by potential new directors and management because we are in a growth pattern. We are in a growth period right now. We are at the point where, you know, this company, the future is so large and so great. And I strongly believe that the future of this company is outgrowing me very quickly. I have no problems with that. The company is very aggressively building, looking to strengthen our board, looking to strengthen our company, you know, and I believe that you know, this is going to lead this company directly into the hydrogen economy.
Jim, I think you have to come to an end. The next presenter is not yet online, so I give you 1 or 2 more minutes, but then you have to close the session.
Sure. Well, if you know, I just want to say, you know, I certainly believe, you know, along with my family, you know, believes very strongly in this company. Between myself and my family, we are the largest shareholders of this company. We certainly remain committed to this company, to the present and into the future. But as we grow this company, you know, we are certainly looking to bring strong management and strong board, additional strong board members and diversified board members on side. But if you have any questions there, I know that we are out of time, but
yes, there are so many questions in the chat, but sadly we already ran out of time. I think the best way is to direct you through the dynaCERT contact directly. And thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you very much.